G'day guys, welcome back to another episode of our Australia trip. I'm Hayley and Brad's behind the camera. Oh! And today we have made it to Streaky Bay. We are so excited to be here. It's one of those places that I think is pretty high on the list when you're in South Australia. We did really want to go and camp at Perlubie Beach, but with the new restrictions and rules and that, we couldn't get a campsite. We've been looking for like a month now, looking for cancellations, but it's fully booked out for ages, so we're just going to do a day trip instead. But what a day for it, hey, like I haven't seen water this glassy in South Australia in a long time, so it's so beautiful. We're super excited, sun's out, wind's down, happy days.
Well, this is very beautiful. I can see how it got such a good name in the previous year's Christmas, and why they had to address the issues with how many vans were on this beach. This beach looks like a mixture between the Flatteries or Flaherty's and Warralty Beach, where we camped this year. It looks like a perfect mix between it. It's got better water than Warralty, but not quite as good water as Flaherty. So pretty nice, and super hard sand until you get to that point there, which is where I went past. Bit of a flashback to the other night on Far Beach, and I got maybe 100 meters down there and it got really soft, so I had to engage four-wheel drive and drag myself out and come down here, where we are gonna post up for a few hours, have some lunch, and enjoy Perlubie Beach, the famous Perlubie Beach. Left Perlubie, and there's a bit of a southwesterly breeze blowing today, so it kicked up a little bit when we were at Perlubie, but we had a nice morning there and we had a nice lunchtime, and we just come back into Streaky Bay, and just outside of Streaky Bay there's something that's called the Cape Bauer Loop, and it's the cape that sits to the west of Streaky Bay, and there's a bunch of just like little natural formations and a nice like scenic drive around the peninsula. So we're gonna have a look at a couple of the attractions here. We're at the Whistling Rocks and Blowholes, yeah. And apparently on a high tide, which I don't think it is a high tide, and a strong onshore wind, which there isn't really a strong onshore wind, there's blowholes here, but we'll go down there and see if anything's happening.
You can hear the blowholes and they sound so cool.
Not the blowhole, that blowhole.
Brad!
Look at the timber here, just getting smashed by the salt and the water. It's literally like hair. It's like cardboard almost. How funny. Looks like a golden retriever's fur. Those whistling, what do they call it? Whistling blowholes.
Yeah.
are amazing. We're going to go down there because I'm not sure how well you can hear them from here, but we should get a pretty good listen when we go down there. Ready, listen to this. This should be a good one. Not bad. Let's go down there and have a look. Just like walking past trying to find out where this thing's whistling from, and it scared the crap out of me. Come through here. That's nuts.
That's so scary.
Oh, I feel like I'm at like Dreamworld or something. Listen to it go. Is there one there? Oh, that's a big one. Look at the smoke coming out of them.
The smoke, it's not smoke.
Sea mist. Don't drop the GoPro down there.
No.
I don't know if it works.
Look at that lake.
Oh, yeah. Oh, getting wet. Can't see anything now. Wow, that is something you don't see every day.
You got salty sunglasses.
Oh, I can't even see. Flex like a brick. That was a little bit unexpected. Sometimes I can't help myself when I see those big wheel ruts. We're going to pull up there for lunch. I did say earlier that we had lunch, and by we I mean I had lunch.
I'm over here starving.
And Hayley didn't like that spot for lunch, so we're going to go to a different spot and I'm going to have my second lunch. Well, today's turned into a bit of an impromptu Streaky Bay Explore Day. So we're meant to do all these different little things over the course of a week, but the weather's really turning bad for us. So we've got one really good day of weather, which is today, to do all the things we wanted to do over the week. That's all right, everything's pretty close by. So we've just come down to a place called Point Labatt, or we're on our way there. And I had to stop because we are driving alongside this massive like inland lake, and this is Baird Bay. So it's fed from the ocean, and it just looks really pretty. Like the green hue in the water is like nothing I've ever seen before. And I think it's just really shallow, and mixed with the limestone, it gives off this amazing color, but you can't really see it that well from down here. So I'll put you up in the air.
one reason why we drove 40k out of Streaky Bay to come to Point Labatt, and that was for the sea lions. So apparently there's a sea lion colony here. There's signs, like as you're driving here, there's signs every like how many kilometers being like sea lion colony, sea lion colony. So I think it's a pretty big deal. Hoping to see some sea puppies out there.
Some salty sea dogs.
Yeah, so we'll go have a look now.
Or great white sharks. Either, I'll take either. Or both.
No.
While we're at it, we were just on our way home and Hayley goes, oh, I want to go have a look at the Westall Loop. So it's just a bit of a detour on our way back from Point Labatt, which you can see all the way in the background there somewhere. And yeah, it's a really cool like loop road with beautiful beaches and really amazing rugged scenery, as you've probably been seeing on some of the drone shots and that. But I think we're about done for the day. It's almost 6 o'clock and my darling is buggered. Even having a bit of a drive too, so maybe the hour drive and knocked her about a bit, I don't know. But yeah, we're gonna punch it back to camp. We have had a massive day here, but it just goes to show how much you can get done in a day in Streaky Bay. It's been very kind to us as well, so thank you, Eyre Peninsula.
Did you say thank you, Eyre Peninsula?
Yes, I was thanking it for the weather today. Pretty cool waves out there. Hang loose. This looks like a pretty good spot for a few days.
It looks good. We
just had like 3 days worth of pretty ordinary weather like this, just really cloudy and really windy. The wind's died and the clouds are going away, so we're going to park up here for a few days. We spent the majority of our time in a caravan park that I would rate the highest, the highest that we've ever stayed at. Yeah, it's Streaky Islands Caravan Park, just outside of Streaky Bay, and it's got everything you want for a caravan park. I'll chuck in some clips of it, but we're going to set up here. We've already seen dolphins, so we're off to a good start. All right, let's get set up.
We should mention that we're at Point Brown and it's a free camp.
We're at the Brown Town.
It's a free camp just near Smoky Bay. So yeah, we're not too far away from Ceduna, which also means the start of the Nullarbor. I think this actually might be our last camp before... No, actually we might stay at Ceduna. I don't know. We don't have long left in South Australia though, but anyway, good spot to park up for our last few days, I reckon.
Gone for a little walk this afternoon, and this place, Point Brown, is literally like a rabbit's warren of roads and paths and tracks, and there's just campsites everywhere. Because we're on a little spit of land here, you could literally pick a site here that caters to any weather, any wind, and yeah, which is really cool. And there's sort of like everyone's spaced out, so it's really nice here, and it's free. But one thing I wouldn't expect to do when you come here is go swimming, because I don't know if that's like that on a normal day, but the ocean is angry here and it looks pretty dangerous no matter where we are. We're like walking around this little cape, and yeah, it's just chaos on all fronts. So we're gonna head back to the van now and have a beer because it's Saturday afternoon.
Yay!
Bye.
Well, views like this often don't come for free, and how's about that for a free camp view? So nice.
I think I just saw a seal down there.
Yeah.
And we've got a major problem.
What? I'm out of beer. I've been drinking too many of your beers. Oh, but seriously, I don't think we'll ever get sick of waking up to views over the ocean. Even though lately we've been having to wait until like 7 o'clock for the sun to come up. Seriously, we've been here for 3 months, I reckon, and we're still not used to these wacky sunrise and sunset times in South Australia. It really, yeah, has thrown us out of whack. But we only have 1 week left, and then we'll be in WA, and we'll rewind the clock 2.5 hours back to normal time. But yeah, what a beautiful, oh, there is a splash out there.
Oh, it's just a bird.
Oh, okay. I did go and have lunch down there just before, and I saw so many dolphins, and then I saw this guy drive past, and all of a sudden he stopped, ran into the water, and was making all like the funny seal noises that we made when we went swimming with the sea lions. So I reckon he spotted a sea lion or something out there. So we're just about to go for a walk now around this bay out here. Over there, it looks like there are a bunch of surfers out there before and people hanging out on the beach, so it's pretty flat in here, so we might go over there where it looks like there's some bigger waves breaking, because Bradzo likes checking out the big waves, don't you?
I love the big waves, and I did say yesterday that I don't know if you can swim here at all, because the swell was like probably 2 or 3 times as big as what it is today, but today is a beautiful day and you could actually swim pretty much along the whole stretch of the beach here. So yeah, I take back my statement yesterday in saying that it's probably not good swimming beach.
But also I read the reviews on Wikicamp, so now all, like so many were saying don't swim here. So maybe it is still dangerous, so don't take our word for it. But I think we're going to go for a walk, find somewhere to swim along the way.
Yeah, let's go and have a look. We've walked probably, I don't know, 2.5 k's up the beach. We're staying all the way over there, and we just walked down here, try and find a rock pool or something to swim in. But honestly, the best part of the best swimming spot looks like it's pretty much out front of our caravan. You just come to this rock here, there's some rock pools there. I was gonna go for a swim, but we almost got washed off the rocks, which you might have seen in the drone footage. And then our drone almost got taken by a massive bird. So that rock's got some bad juju, and we're gonna go somewhere else and not upset the birds down here. Well, it's a bit fresh, but when the weather's this good and the water looks this nice, you just have to get in. Woohoo! That's cold.
I don't like it.
Quick.
It's very milky.
Try and look like you're not in pain. It is very milky and very salty.
I don't like that I can't see the bottom.
Okay.
Alright, that's enough for me.
It's another beautiful night out here in South Australia, except for the sun goes down at 9 o'clock. One thing I have not gotten used to, I'm going to be grateful to be in WA in a week and back to normal sunset times, because we miss too many of these because we're usually in bed. Crackers and the moon. Beautiful. All right, see you in the morning. Peace. Can't go anywhere without these people following you around, I swear to God. And you can't miss that squidgy when you see it in the rear vision mirror. So we're gonna hang out with those guys for a day or so until we cross the Nullarbor and head into WA, because we're not gonna see these guys for quite a while, probably in the years. But we're just at the post office and I think I can see Hayley coming back here with a bit of gear. What do you got?
I'm so excited.
What do you got? Jesus Christ, it's like Christmas.
This one in particular.
What's in there?
The standard squeeze package, and they it didn't show up in my parcel collect that it was here, but I was like, please have another look, please, please, please.
What else we got?
And he had 2 looks and he finally went and checked it.
Oh, nice.
But this has my 2 new, so the standard squeeze have these new, I'll show you, they're 2-in-1 things, but you can make cocktails with them.
Oh,
so I finally get to make margaritas and pina coladas and stuff.
Well, it's a good day to catch up with the lost tribes, because
Yes,
we've got one day to make some cocktails. We're gonna have to go get some spirits.
Yes.
That's cool.
Cocktail time.
Hey, I think I've just found myself a new coffee mug, one that'll actually last. Look at that.
And it's got 2 different lids, so I'm pretty sure like you make the cocktail with it and then you swap the lids and you can put that one on so you can drink it. So I don't even need to share it, it's just all for me.
half a litre of pina colada.
Oh.
Gotta watch this one. You know, water's getting scarce when you got to pay for it. $1 for 150 litres, so it's not too bad. But we're just in Ceduna and filling up to go out to a place where there's apparently blue and pink salt lakes. Well, they're blue and they're pink and sometimes they're brown, so who knows what we're going to get today. I'm pretty happy with the setup at the moment. Only when we're in Streaky Bay, there's something been bugging me about the caravan and the car lately, and I hadn't noticed it for a long time, and it was that the nose of the caravan was sitting down just a hair, maybe 20 or 30 mils in the front, and I didn't really think too much of it. We just have a very basic hitch, there's no adjustability really, but we had it on the drop setting, so we had this reversed and it dropped down, so I thought, I wonder if I switch it around, how much better it would be sitting. And it sits a hell of a lot better, and it also tows a lot better as well, especially on the dirt roads. So I'm a bit of a road train nerd. That was awesome. Oh, I love that. If I can get a job in a road train, I'll be a kid in a candy store. But yeah, I'm loving the way the caravan and the car's sitting now. And it tows so much better. I'm very, very happy with it. So if you've got your caravan sitting down at the front a bit, and it was never that the caravan and the car were unstable, but I don't know, it just sits up and cuts across the road like it never has before, and the balance of the steering in the Land Cruiser is a lot better. So yeah, if you have that issue and you notice your caravan sitting down a bit, try flipping that hitch over or getting an adjustable hitch, because it has made a massive difference. It's taken a lot of load off the front axle of the caravan, so this is a lot more balanced. This rear axle, or axles, are getting a lot more of the load, and it's taken a bit of weight off the ball, so there's a lot less load on my rear axle of the Land Cruiser as well. I wish there was a weighbridge around here because I'm really eager to see what the difference is weight wise, because there's a very noticeable difference in the car. Alright, we've got the Lost Tribe in tow. We're about 170 k's outside of Ceduna, so I think technically we've already started the Nullarbor.
Yeah.
And we just punched it across, and we're going to go to the Salt Lakes at Lake McDonald and stay in Point Sinclair. But apparently the lake's brown and the campsite out there is like pretty exy. So we've just come across a bit further from that, and we're going into a place called Fowlers Bay. And there's a little campsite down there. Hopefully it's a little bit protected from the wind. And spend a few days with the Lost Tribe. So today's a winner of a day. Hey, we've got a lot of jobs done. We've got a few 100 k's under our belt on the Nullarbor, and life is good. So we'll see when we get to site. I've got a little bit of a surprise for the Lost Tribe crew. I'm not sure if they're going to like it or hate it.
Lost my phone, and I don't know where to go. My friends are getting stoned.
Well, we made it to Fowlers Bay and to our campsite at Scott's Beach. It's a pretty cool little drive in here through the salt flats. It's about 10 k's, bit rocky and bit undulating, but nothing to keep us real worried. But we've got the Lost Tribe here. Catching back up with them. We've got Steve Irwin's brother here, who just got stung by a stingray.
Me?
Yeah.
Long lost brother, mate.
Yes. Got the kids and Steph. And oh yeah, I've got a bit of surprise for you guys lately. Got any guesses?
No.
I'll give you a hint.
Oh, you're being serious about it?
You're either gonna love it or you're gonna hate it.
So, I thought you were like,
No, I got a surprise.
pulling my leg, mate.
I got a surprise.
Wow, it is a surprise.
Yeah, and it's taken me from Coffin Bay to get it, so it's come a while.
I'm interested. I'm keen. I want to know.
We'll get set up and we'll get a few beers and we'll get into it.
It's got to be something to do with seafood. It's something to do with seafood, isn't
Maybe,
it?
I don't know.
Oysters! I saw you at the oyster thing.
Oh, been busted. Yeah, so we've got some oysters. Do you guys eat oysters? Do you guys eat oysters?
Honestly, I'm not a fan, but after, you know, my newfound love of spearfishing and stuff, I'm willing to give it a go.
Yeah, well,
Okay.
I've got 6 of the buggers.
I ate abalone, so that's a big ass snail in a. So
abalone is much uglier than an oyster in my opinion. So
I'm willing to give it a go.
I have it on good authority that these are the best oysters on the Eyre Peninsula.
Okay.
So
We'll give it a crack.
we'll give it a crack a bit later. What do you reckon? Are you going to give it a go?
Nah.
Oh, don't be a sour spoiled sport.
You don't like oysters either.
Nah, well, I'm going to have a crack anyway. Alright, we'll get set up and we'll get into them. It's all happening. Got the oysters. I don't know if they look good, but apparently they're supposed to be good. Bit of bacon. And Aaron's out here whipping up some calamari rings, and he looks like he's doing a full-on like crumb and batter and the whole kit and caboodle. So very looking forward to this dinner, and I'm also kind of looking forward to eating one of these raw, just popping it down. I'm lying. Alright, I'll go. Give them a healthy dose, and I reckon salt would be good.
Alright, there you go, healthy does. Alright.
Bottoms up.
Cheers.
Cheers.
No, I don't know about this. So. What are you supposed to do? Just neck it? Oh, it feels weird.
Just do it.
My gag reflex is kicking in.
Oh, seriously, no.
I saw you behind the toilets at Ceduna.
Oh, I just had to swallow. I couldn't do it.
Was it good?
I don't know.
Alright.
Did you taste it?
That's not bad. It's not, really not that bad.
Oh my god.
Alright. Moment of truth. I've got one in here.
Well,
Oh. Alright, Brad's just telling me he's going to
Got a raw one here.
oh.
Do you want me to salt it? Oh.
I was wondering why there was 5 there. I'm like, he
No,
saved
Luke's
one. I know he
fine.
did.
My mate Nick would not be happy with me if I had left South Australia without eating an oyster. And Byron down in Point Lincoln said, yeah, you just got to shove it in your mouth and just enjoy it. So, here's to Byron and here's to Nick. I don't want to drink all that juice.
I think that's part of the experience.
Oh, it was lime juice, wasn't it? Because this is going to be the real... I'm going to let this marinate in the mouth.
No.
Look at it. Look at it. It's like a little... Oh.
Oh.
Like we're in Paris. And eating snails. It's so strange. It's like... It's so strange. It's like you... The texture is so, like, it coats your mouth, but it doesn't really taste like anything. It just tastes like salty, limey, yeah, whatever. You gonna have some stuff? Alright, Hayley's been convinced. I think she's gonna have one. Look at her. She's doing her stretches like she's getting ready for a running race. All you're doing is eating an oyster. There's one left and it's got your name on it. No pressure.
Just saying, I've been trying really hard to be a seafood person. I'm just worried that this is going to ruin everything, turn me off again.
Well,
It's good. Is it?
Yeah.
Have you had them before though?
Not like this.
Okay. Do I just scoop it in?
Yep. You can't call
Not
yourself
yet.
a South Australian until you've eaten an oyster.
Okay.
Spent 3 months here, mate. Oh, look at... Just suck it straight down. Don't even chew it.
I can't get it in yet.
Oh,
It's actually delicious.
go for it.
Like, what about this bit?
Yeah, that's the bit you eat.
Should I put all that
Yeah,
in?
just scoop it all down.
You got sand all over your face.
Bottoms up.
What is that?
Oh, it's in.
Is that squid? Is that squid?
Yes. Just wait.
Yummy.
Is that squid, Richie?
You like it?
Not.
You can do it. Oh, yeah, alright. I love it. Steph like loved it. Oh, it's so funny. That's it. The oysters are done. 6 dozen. Oh, half a dozen.
Half a dozen.
Oh, well, you got points for trying. Well done.
I need something else in my mouth.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Here we go. Bit of Aaron's calamari. That's good, eh?
Oh, that's good.
Uh huh.
Coffee out!
Woo! That's really nice. Thank you.
I just come around from the campsite down to this beach where the water's a bit clearer and there's a rock shelf that runs along there. Aaron's got a newfound love of diving and spearfishing and stuff, and I want to tick an abalone off the list for South Australia while we're here, and it's probably my last chance, so
Rugged.
just don't slip.
Yeah, well, hopefully, because of the wind.
Yeah.
This is like the most protected sort of area out of the wind and stuff. And it's got some sort of shelf here, so we've got all the rocks sort of feature through here. So
Yeah.
you know, everything's adding up to abalone. So
Yeah.
we'll see what happens.
No matter what, it's a pretty special place to be diving with the start of the Great Australian Bight. A cool little island out there. Top notch.
Worries fade in the light. I hold a warm hand, we dance through the night. lost my phone. And I don't know where to go. My friends are getting stoned. Somewhere on a boat. Though I feel alright by a drifter's side. Strangers on the go. That's all I have to know.
Well, as you can see, that was a pretty successful little dive and pretty fun. Like, I love getting in the water and having a look around and learning something new, and Aaron was nice enough to show me the ropes, so now I can share that knowledge and get better at it myself. But more importantly, Patsy, are you looking forward to eating abalone for the first time?
Oh, it's been a lot of trying new things lately. Yeah, show the other side, show how pretty it is.
Wow, it's very pretty.
Hey.
Yeah, so we're gonna add that on the menu tonight. I think Hayley's gonna cook up a fried rice tonight, so it should go well in it. Apparently, I'm told, it tastes like salty bacon. So, see how that goes.
Well, we've unhitched from the vans, jumped in the cars, and we're going for a drive out to the other campground here. So there's 2 campgrounds in the, is it in the Fowlers Bay area?
Fowlers Bay, conservation.
So we're at Scott's Beach, and now we're going to go have a look at Mexican Hut campground. It's like a 5-kilometre drive, but check out these views.
That's why we got the Abalone down there.
Yeah.
Just on that dark shore.
So excited to try that tonight. Really opening up my taste buds.
Aaron's just cut up the abalone. This is the black lip stuff, the one that I did. I think I missed a fair bit of meat in the shell, but this is the green lip, and just frying it up on the hot plate with a bit of butter. And then we go for the taste test. There it is, all done. Bit of salt and pepper, and go for it. This is, oh, that hot. That's a green lip one. Same texture as bacon. And it's salty. Right on the money, I reckon, with salty bacon. It kind of has a hint of asparagus as well. I swear I can taste asparagus.
Because we didn't eat it last time.
All right, Patsy, you're up. A little bit of abalone.
Okay. Is there a way of eating this? Like you just do it normally?
Just like a bit of... Don't sniff it.
Gross. Oh, it's very hot.
Yeah, just come off the Weber. Just shoves it in.
That's just fine.
Yeah. Does it taste like asparagus to you? Yeah.
Yeah, it's very salty,
Yeah.
but it doesn't taste fishy.
No. It probably tastes like a snail, because that's essentially what it is. No, it's not. Good job.
Alright,
Look
I'm
at the
gonna cook
fried
this
rice.
yummy dinner.
Woohoo!
Wow, what a way to end our last day in South Australia. Catching abalone, hanging out on the beach with the Lost Tribe crew, and it's actually fitting that we spent our last day in South Australia with them, because they're the ones that kind of convinced us to come down here. We were actually intending on going to like the south coast of New South Wales and Victoria over summer this year, but when we met these guys up at the Cape, they were telling us how good South Australia was and how cheap it was, and so we're like, that sounds good, we should go there instead. And we've had so much fun. We've been here for the last 3 months, but today is our last day, so we're going to wrap up this episode here, say goodbye to Lost Tribe tomorrow, and then we're going to go our separate ways, which is actually really sad because we're not going to see each other for another year or more because we're going in complete opposite directions. We are heading across the Nullarbor, so that means next episode we'll show you our trek across the Nullarbor, and we're also going to do a bit of a South Australia wrap-up video. So we're going to answer questions that you guys left for us a few weeks back, and we're going to talk about our budget, campsites, camping on South Australia, that sort of thing. So stay tuned for that one. So excited for tomorrow as we make our way across the Nullarbor. But yeah, we'll see you there. Thanks for watching. If you liked this video, leave us a like or a comment and we'll get back to you. We'll see you in the next one. See you in WA. Bye.